Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, those of you on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook platforms. I am T. Clay and Tyrone Clay 213 on TikTok and Mr. Clay on YouTube. Yes, a beautiful day, a beautiful day, a beautiful day. Well, let us not forget that we still have the dilemma that we have in the U.S. and Africa. With all the things that are happening amid, still do not forget your own. And with that, we're going to pray. Oh, most holy Sanini Nanini, Eve and Tata and Zambi. Yes, we thank you for all that you've done. We thank you for your mercy. We thank you for your favor. We thank you for all the things that are going on today. This lets us know that flesh is as grass. Before you, we know all flesh is as grass. The nations of the world are nothing. They're less than nothing. They're less than a drop in the bucket. But yet you have so put your affections on even the Bantu. I'm not going to even say Israel because that name wasn't the name of the place before it was named by someone else. But the fact is, we ask you to deal with those who are your chosen, your elect, those who have went astray because of some misconception through their ancestors and some rebelliousness that they have on their own part, that they might turn back to you, whatever it takes, that we might be a people even after your own heart, even as David, that would repent and get this thing right with you, that we would stop even listening to the wiles and the doctrines of the colonizers and those who hate you and that want themselves to be recognized and known as themselves of your favor. And we ask you to deal with us, that we might be that people that you have always wanted, that peculiar, that special people, that royal priesthood, the holy nation. Yes, wherever we are in all the earth, deal with our young, deal with our old, deal with our wayward. Yes, we ask you to do it in your name. And we thank God for you, and you. We're in Deuteronomy Chapter 31, the 31st chapter of Deuteronomy. Now, verse 1. And Moses went and spake these words unto all Israel, and he said unto them, I am 120 years old this day. Moses started at 80. Now, you're talking about that was a 40-year span. It jives, okay. We'll give it that. But still, we go by the commandments, statutes, ordinances that the Most High had put out, even the law. And he said, I'm 120 years old this day. I can no more go out and come in. It's not that he's old, not that he doesn't have his strength. But he said also, the I am said unto me, even the Tata and Zambi, said unto me, thou shalt not go over this Jordan. That's the reason. And Sanini Nanini, thy God, he will go over before thee, and he will destroy these nations from before thee. And thou shalt possess them in Joshua. He shall go over before thee, as the I am has said. Now, let's look at this. You got enemies all around you. You got lands that they've taken over and that they have done. You have to trust the Most High, even Tata and Zambi. You have to trust him, that he will go before you, that he's already prepared the way for you. See, he doesn't share his glory with no man. He does this that he might render praise from you, because he knows you cannot do it of yourself. Your enemy might be strong and violent, well-trained forces, but the fact is that God is better. God is greater. Who is the God of war? Even the psalmist said he's a God of war, because he knows man has learned war when he shouldn't have learned war. Now, it's a product of fallen angels. That's what war is. Now, he says, and the God will go before thee and will destroy these nations from before thee, and thou shalt possess them. And Joshua, or Oshey, his name is not real Joshua. His name is Oshey. They say Oshua, but it's Oshey. They said it right back there in Leviticus. He shall go before thee, as the I am have said, and the I am shall do unto them as he did also to Sargon, to Og, king of the Amorites, and unto the land of them whom he destroyed. And the I am Eve and Sanini Nanini shall give them up before your face. In other words, blow them over. They're nothing. They're less than nothing. What is this to a entity that have created all molecules, even down to the last atom that you cannot see even with a microscope, even to the biggest planets that you can see way in the far reaches of outer space? Who are these? Nobody. You have to have your confidence. We ain't going to say nothing about faith. Forget that word faith. Confidence. Confidence in the Most High. Confidence in his ability. That faith word was just a word to trip you up with some religious jargon that don't mean a hill of beans. Confidence. By confidence, armies are subdued. Confidence in what? Confidence in the power and the ability of your God. Yes. Now he tells them in verse 6, be strong and of good courage, fear not, nor be afraid of them, for the I am, even Sanini Nanini, thy God, it is he it is that doeth and go with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee, and neither he did not do it. He will not fail you, nor forsake you, if you order your steps according to his word. Now, and Moses called unto Oshey and said unto him in the sight of all Israel, be strong of good courage, for thou must go with this people unto the land which the Sanini Nanini have sworn unto their fathers to give them, and thou shalt cause them to inherit it. And the I am, he it is that shall go before thee. He will be with thee, and he will not fail thee, neither forsake thee. Fear not, neither be dismayed. Now, and Moses wrote this law and delivered it unto the priests, the sons of Levi. Now these priests, they are a separate entity that strictly deals in the things of God. See, this is what a certain people that wear certain robes and hats and all this crazy get up and costumes, wicked as I don't know what, they're trying to be Levitical priests, but they cannot. They're the wrong hue, number one. Number two, got the wrong doctrine. Number three, wicked as I don't know what, child abusers and everything else. But anyway, and Moses commanded them, saying, at the end of every 7 years, in the solemnity of the year of release, in the feast of tabernacles, when all Israel has come to appear before Sanini Nanini thy God in the place which he has chose, thou shalt read this law before all Israel. In other words, every year, these 4 books shall be read in your ear. Every day, you should meditate and read this law and let it not depart from your mouth. That's what God is saying, because it's so easy in this world to get caught up and forget. He said, gather the people together, men and women, children, and thy stranger that are within thy gates, that they may hear, that they may learn and fear the I am, even Tata and Zambi, your God, and observe to do all the words of this law, that their children which have not known anything may hear and learn to fear even Sanini Nanini, your God, as long as ye live, even the Heya, in the land, whether ye go over Jordan to possess it. In other words, you got to teach your children this thing, even above, even beyond their regular education, even beyond the toddler's regular education. See, one day, those of you who call yourself by the name, even of Sanini Nanini Tata and Zambi, or you say the Great Spirit or the Most High, you're going to be held accountable. And you know who's going to stand in judgment against you? Those Muslims. Those Muslims. That's right. You look at their habits to know what it is in their Quran to say. Know what it is in their Quran. They memorize it. Yes, but yet you can't even read it to even understand what the law is, because if you did, you would not be going by that New Testament. You would be sitting up there, well, some of it's right, but this is what God really says in his law and toward morality and toward what pleases him. Now, and the I am said unto Moses, behold, thy days approach that thou must die. He said this to Moses. Call Oshey and present yourselves in the tabernacle of the congregation, that I may give him a charge. In other words, he's getting ready to promote him. He's getting ready to set him up. And Moses and Oshey went and presented themselves in the tabernacle of the congregation. And the I am appeared unto the tabernacle in the pillar of a cloud, and the pillar of the cloud over the door of the tabernacle. And the I am said unto Moses, behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers. In other words, Abram, Masaka, Eve, and Jacob. He said, you're going to sleep with them. This people will rise up and go a-whoring. This is what he's saying now. They're going to go a-whoring. Look at you now. Today, the people of God are going a-whoring after other gods of strangers, Egyptians and Mesopotamians and all kind of lewd gods and everything else. They're going a-whoring. Some of them have even not known God from their birth, but they have known the wickedness of other gods. Yes, of strangers of the land, whether they go, be among them, and will forsake me and break my covenant which I have made with them. Then mine anger shall be kindled against them in that day. I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they shall be devoured, and many evils and troubles shall befall them. Even to this day, many evils and troubles. And we ask, when would it end? When will you stop? When will you turn and understand who you are and recognize who your God is? Who is your president? Who is your governor? Who is the one that gives you the law of earth? Period. And many evils and troubles shall befall them, so that they will say in the day, are these evils come upon us because our God is not among us? Yes. You say, where is God? Many times you hear people all over, where are they buried? Where is God? What God have done? What is God? Why is he not here? He says all these things, but I don't see no evidence of him. God has hid himself from you. He has hid himself from you. But those that will order their steps, all right, they know who he is. They know who God is. They know who he is. Yes, they do. And therefore it is written, write ye this song for you. Teach it to the children of Israel. Put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. In other words, he's getting ready to write some song now. Some song that shows you why you suffer the way you suffer, old black man. Shows you why you suffer, Ephraim, Judah, Simeon, Levi. Yes, all of you, all the 12, whether you know who you are or not. This is why you suffer. This is why you're the tail and not the head. This is why they use a byword against you, because of that same law which holds blessing and curse. And that still stands today. It ain't no 400 years. How God going to accept you and your sin and your nastiness and your rebellion against him because you don't want to follow the way? You call it religion, and it's not religion. It's the way of the government of heaven, even the government of those who God have chosen on earth. Yes, even you who are the children of Tsanini Nanini Tata and Zambi, even the Most High, that great spirit. Yes, is a witness against the children of Jacob. For when I shall have brought them into the land which I swear unto thy fathers, that floweth with milk and honey, and they shall have eaten and filled themselves and waxen fat, then they will turn unto other gods and serve them and provoke me and break my covenant. Look at what you did. Look what you're doing now. Look at what you're doing now. You even cause women to be gods. Women are causing men to be gods. Oh, hey, queen. Hey, God. You're God. You're this. You're that. You don't know what you're talking about, ignorant. Yes, I called you ignorant. Because the fact is, if you knew what you were talking about, you wouldn't call yourself a god. You would say, I serve no one but the Most High, Eve and Sanini Nanini, Dada and Zambi. And it came to pass when many evils and troubles are befallen them, that this song shall testify against them as a witness, for it shall not be forgotten out of the mouths of the seed. For I know their imagination, which they go about, even now, before I have brought them into the land which I swear. Why? Because you have not prayed the prayer of Abraham. Abraham said in Jubilees 20:12, Abraham said, keep me from my mind, from these evil spirits which come against my mind, and which will turn me against you. I'm not saying it word for word, but that's what he says. Now, in verse 22, wherefore wrote these song in the same day and taught it to the children of Israel. And he gave Oshey, the son of Nun, a charge and said, be strong and of good courage, for thou shalt bring the children of Jacob into the land which I swear unto them, and I will be with you. And it came to pass when Moses made an end of writing the words of this law in a book until they were finished, Moses commanded the Levites which bear the ark of the covenant of the I Am, saying, take this book of the law and put it in the side of the ark of the covenant of the I Am your God, and that it may be there for a witness against you. For I know thy rebellion. He's talking to you, Israelite. He's talking to you, Bantu. He's talking to you. He knows your rebellion. You rather go with your ancestors. You rather go with those of past. So what about all these deliverers of slavery? Why did slavery even happen? Why did even apartheid even happen? Is it not because of your sin? Is it not because of your rebelliousness toward the Most High? You want to follow all these Hamitic pagan rituals and all these things that have been presented to you in order to fit in, but you still don't fit in. You want to follow the rituals of even the Egypt that was in the U.S., trying to fit in, but you don't fit in. For I know thy rebellion and thy stiff neck. Behold, while I am yet alive with you this day, ye have been rebellious against the I Am, and how much more after my death? In other words, you're going to go crazy. For I know that after my death you will utterly corrupt yourselves and turn aside from the way which I have commanded you. Yes, he have commanded you from the commandment of the Most High. He received that commandment from the Most High. And the evil will befall you in the latter days. Now, this is evident. Even to this day, it's evident. This is not no 400-year thing. You done lost your mind. This is because you continually to rebel against the Most High. Because you will not do evil in the sight. You will do evil in the sight of the I Am to provoke him to anger through the work of your hands. And when that time you say, when you are alone amongst all the heathens around about you, even Job, even Lot is a testimony, not to do after the heathen, but to do those things which pleases the I Am, that you know are right before him. Yes. And because you will do evil in the sight to provoke him to anger through the work of your hands. And Moses spake in the ear of all the congregation of Israel the words of this song until they were it. He wrote a song, and that we'll take up the next day. And with that, trust the Lord with all thine heart. Lean not to your own understanding, but follow his law. And he will direct your path now. And with that, I'm going to say, peace.